Or is this the affidavit that you submitted to Senate, Colonel Grijaldo?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. And in your answer to the Honorable D.S. Suarez a while ago, you stated under oath that you stand by the truthfulness of your statements here in this affidavit. Tama po?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. And you have imputed certain inappropriate actions on our two colleagues, the Honorable Abante and the Honorable Fernandez. Tama po ba?
Your Honor, I will stand by my statement in the Senate under oath,
That is
and I
not
would
an
like to invoke
appropriate-
my right to self-incrimination, Your
That
Honor.
is not an appropriate answer to my question. Ang tinatanong ko po is, dito sa mga statements mo na ito, you have imputed inappropriate actions by the Honorable Abante and the Honorable Fernandez. Would that be correct? Yes or no?
Your Honor, I stand by my statement given at the Senate under oath, Your Honor, and I'll invoke my right for self-incrimination, Your Honor.
Okay. May I ask the Honorable Abante and the Honorable Fernandez? Ngayon ako makaganti, Mr. Chairman.
And if I may, let me remind the two congressmen that you are under oath.
In the statement or sworn statement of Colonel Grijaldo, it stated here, number 4, after I answered questions related to extrajudicial killings and the reward system, I was approached by a security personnel while I was seated as one of the witnesses during the hearing. The said person told me that I was being summoned by Congressman Dan Fernandez. The Honorable Fernandez, do you agree to this statement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. When I entered the room, I saw the two lawyers of Police Colonel Garma standing inside the room. Two lawyers of Colonel Garma standing inside the room. One of the lawyers approached me, then asked me what we were going to talk about. I said that I do not know. May I ask the Honorable Abante and Fernandez if there were really the presence of the two lawyers of Colonel Garma were present?
Yes, Chairman Acop, yes.
The Honorable Abante, do you agree with Honorable Fernandez?
He's talking to somebody, Mr. Chairman. Maybe you can cite him in contempt.
Chairman Abante, you're being asked. Chairman Abante, you're being asked by Chairman Acop to confirm the statement.
Do you agree with the statement of Colonel Grijaldo that there were two lawyers of Attorney Garma present when you talked with Colonel Grijaldo in a room?
Yes, yes, Your Honor. There were two lawyers present.
Thank you, Your Honor. According to the affidavit of Colonel Grijaldo, the Honorable Fernandez asked Colonel Grijaldo to sit beside him, and you entered the room and sat on the far end chair on the right. And one of the lawyers of Colonel Garma stood near the back of Colonel Grijaldo. Would that be correct?
Ako yung unang dumating, Mr. Chairman. If I remember it right, nung dumating po ako, nakaupo na po siya.
Okay. So, nakaupo na siya.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. The Honorable Abante?
Yes, it was a small room, no? Doon lang sa corner na yan. And so, malapit din kami sa isa't isa. We're just near to each other. In fact, Mr. Chair, I'd like to say na when I talked to him before he came in the room was that because it was Colonel Garma that said that Colonel Grijaldo knows a lot. He knows a lot about this thing. So sabi ko, sige, total, normal naman yung vetting na ginagawa natin, kinakausap natin. So we talked to him and sinabi ko kay Colonel Garma, can he corroborate your statement? Ang sabi ni Colonel Garma, yes eh. So, kinausap namin.
Your Honors, pasensya na po kayo kasi hindi naman sumasagot kasi sa mga tanong ko sa si Colonel Grijaldo. Kaya kayo po ang tatanungin ko na muna.
Mr. Chair, if I be allowed.
The resource person is not allowed to ask questions.
No, I'm not asking questions, Mr. Chairman. I will be answering in relation to the answer of
So you
Congressman.
are replying to the question
Yes.
raised by...
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Please proceed.
Well, ang totoo po kasi noon, yung pong dalawang lawyer ni Colonel Garma, sila po talaga yung nag-approach sa amin. Ang sinabi po nung dalawang lawyer, if I remember it right, yung pangalan po nung lawyer si Attorney Victor. Nakalimutan ko po yung ipilido.
Attorney Kilang and Attorney Kumigad.
Yes, opo. Ang sabi nila, kasi kung matatandaan niyo po, yung ating supplemental affidavit na ginawa po ni Colonel Garma was given to us on the day itself. And then, nung binabasa po natin, sabi natin, sino magko-corroborate nito? Sino magbe-betting ito? Lumapit po yung dalawang lawyer. At ang sabi, kung pwedeng kausapin si Colonel Grijaldo. Dahil si Colonel Garma ay very close daw kay Colonel Grijaldo. At siya makakapag-bet sa mga nakalagay doon sa supplemental affidavit. So, ang sabi ko naman kay Attorney Victor, tama-tama, andyan si Grijaldo, andyan sa likod. Bakit hindi natin siya imbitahan doon sa room doon, sa may kainan, para nang sa ganon ay makausap natin kung patotohanan niya yung sinabi ni Colonel Garma na magkaibigan sila at ibebet niya yung mga nakasulat doon. So, basically, hindi naman po siya ganun kalaking issue. As a matter of fact, Mr. Chairman, hindi nga tayo nag-initiate eh. Sila pa yung nag-initiate sa atin na kausapin si Colonel Grijaldo, which I did together with nagkataon po kami ni Chairman Abante during that time. Magkalapit kami doon. Sabi ko, pare, sumama ka na sa akin. Kaya sa sumunod. Kaya nagulat na lamang po kami that biglang nagkaroon po ng ganong istorya. But nevertheless, Mr. Chairman, yun po yung nangyari doon. At nung pumasok po ako sa loob, nauna po ako kay Chairman Abante ng konti lang. And then, sinabi ko sa kanya, Colonel Grijaldo, ito yung mga nakasulat dito sa affidavit. Sabi ko dito sa paragraph, hindi ko matandaan, 17 ata o something ganon. Ito ba, mapapatotohanan mo na sinabi ni Colonel Garma? Ang sabi niya, wala po akong alam dyan. Yung ibang dito, ibang mga sinabi ni Colonel Garma. Kasi sabi niya, kaibigan kanya eh. So, basically, doon po umikot yung aming usapan. Siguro maabot po yun ng mga less than 10 or 15 minutes. And then, nung sinabi niya talaga wala siyang alam, edi lumabas na po kami. And the CCTV can prove na talagang hindi po kami nagtagal sa loob. At the same time po, pag tinignan niyo po yung kwarto dyan, kahit puntahan po natin lahat, napakaliit po ng kwarto. At sa labas po ng kwarto, marami pong mga tao nandun. So kung nagkaroon po ng coercion, nagkaroon po ng harassment, nagkaroon po ng forceful force galing po sa amin, I think malalaman po ng mga taong nandyan. And even the CCTV, nung lumabas po siya dyan sa ng pintuan niyan, makikita po natin na yung itsura niya, hindi naman po siya mukhang naka-coerce eh. Mukhang masayang-masaya pa nga po siya. Kaya, I think, Mr. Chairman, yung pong accusation sa atin na malayan yung ating pong committee and the two chairman, masyado pong unfair. But of course, binibigyan pa rin po natin siya ng pagkakataon na liwanagin po yung mga pangyayari. Kaya, andito po tayo at binibigyan po natin ng patas na pagdinig. Marami pong salamat sa pagkakataon.
Mr. Chair, pwede maidagdag to?
With yes, Congressman Abante, with the indulgence of Congressman Ako, please.
At the back of my mind, masaya pa nga ako eh. Sapagkat nabanggit sa akin ni Colonel Garma na ito talagang close siya rito. Classmate niya at talagang kakampihan siya nito. Eh, nagulat na lang kami na gano'n ang sagot niya. So,
Nung bang sinabi ni Colonel Garma yon na rin, magkasama na kayo ni Congressman Dan?
Hindi, ako hindi ko nakausap si Colonel Garma.
ako ang kumusta sa kanya. Hindi niya nakausap. Ako mismo kumusta sa kanya.
At sino ang nakarinig na sinabi ni Colonel Garma sa inyo yan, na Congressman?
Palagay ko walang nakarinig sapagkat in confidence sinabi niya sa akin eh. When I asked her, who can corroborate your statements? Binanggit niya yung pangalan ni Colonel Grijaldo. Natuwa naman ako sapagkat very close daw sila, classmate niya, at talagang kakampihan siya nito. All of a sudden, kalaban pala niya.
And
Thank you,
to,
Congressman Abante.
Mr. Chairman, para i-corroborate lang po yan. If you remember it right, no, nung na-interview po tayo sa, I think, Bilyonaryo News Channel, nabanggit po natin doon na nakasama po natin siya sa isang pagpupulong doon po sa BGC sa Ascot Hotel, na kung saan nakiusap po sila Colonel Garma during that time. And during that time, we were shocked, ikaw, saka ako, Mr. Chair, na nakita natin si Colonel Grijaldo doon. And that's the reason, nang kinausap ako ng abogado doon, na sinabi sa akin na si Colonel Grijaldo at si Colonel Garma ay close, naniwala ako. Because na-meet na po natin siya during that time. And remember, na kayo pa po nagbayad ng dinner. That was 9,000 plus po. Kaya sinasabi ko po to, Mr. Chairman, because we wanted to ferret out the truth. And by doing that, we are initiating some form of talks with those who wanted to speak in this committee. Dahil nga, nagbe-betting po tayo eh. At yun po yung ating ginagawa sa kongresong ito. Kaya, nakakalungkot lang na ang isang opisyal na naging isang battalion commander ng isang rehiyon ay ganito po yung kanyang treatment sa committee ito. But I cannot blame this person. If there is a big person behind him, then totally we cannot blame him. But prudence dictates na dapat po ay sarili niya, manindigan siya sa sarili niya at hindi siya matako sa kaninumang tao. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Congressman Fernandez. Please proceed, continue, Congressman Acop.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Also in the sworn statement, Kong Dan Fernandez put the paper he was holding on the table and told me, ito ang sasabihin mo sa statement na ito. While pointing to a paragraph on the paper, ito ang second supplemental affidavit ni Colonel Garba. Sabihin mong alam mo ang reward system, i-confirm mo lang. Would this be true, Honorable Fernandez?
Po ganyan ang pagkakasabi ko. A while ago, I was testifying in this honorable committee that itinuro ko po, yan, Colonel Grijaldo, ito. Yan, mapapatotohanan mo ba na totoo itong sinabi ni Colonel Garma? Sabi niya, hindi ho, wala ho. Right away. Actually, parang hindi pa nga niya nababasa, parang umihindi na po siya. So, inilipat ko sa kabila. Sabi ko, itong mga ibang nandito, yan, hindi po yan kasi andun po ako sa Davao noong 2000, wala pa ho ako dyan during that time. So, yun lang po yung mga sitwasyon na nasabi ko sa kanya about dun sa supplemental affidavit. Actually, Mr. Chairman, sa una pa lang nararamdaman ko na hindi niya po i-confirm yung mga sinabi ni Colonel Garma. Actually, hindi ko na pinursue. Basically po, yung usapan, parang naging light na lang po yung moment ng usapan. At magmamanifest po yun, yung light moment na usapan namin. Because nung lumabas po siya, masaya siya. And we can even show yung CCTV na hawak po natin ngayon, na makikita natin that wala po sa facial expression niya na he was harassed.
Comsec? Yung sinasabi ni Honorable Fernandez na video clip,
Comsec floor, do you have a
Comsec.
video?
PM,
O yan.
Colonel Grijaldo enters the holding room. At 7:59 p.m., Attorney Emericio Kilang enters. At 7:18:11 p.m., Attorney Rotsiv Comigat enters. At 7:19 p.m., Congressman Dan Fernandez enters. At 7:20:35 p.m., Congressman Benny Abante enters. At 7:35:35 p.m., Congressman Dan Fernandez and Benny Abante leave the holding room. At 7:36:14 p.m., Colonel Grijaldo exits with Attorney Kilang and Attorney Comigat. At 7:36:25 p.m., Colonel Grijaldo, all smiles, is seen conversing with Jimmy Fortaleza.
I wish they
Thank you, Comsec. Yun pong kay Honorable Abante naman, paragraph 14 of the affidavit. Kong Abante asked me how many years do I still have with the PNP. I answered I still have 4 years before retirement. Then he made the remark, pwede ka pang maging general. I humbly responded to him, masaya na ako sa rango ko, sir. Pagkatapos nito, uuwi na lang ako at magtatanim na lang ako ng kamote sa amin.
Mr. Chair, I cannot recall, no? Pero kung yan man, nasabi ko, ako ba'y meron ba akong karapatan na i-promote siya? Sapagkat sinabi niya ron gusto ko siyang ipapromote. Anong karapatan ko para i-promote siya? Para lang siya magsabi ng gusto kong sabihin niya. Masyado namang akusasyon yan na kahit kailan, hindi ko ginawa kahit kanino.
Thank you, Honorable Abante. Paragraph 15. The cordial conversation between us continued. So, walang animosity. Would you agree with that, Your Honors? Na cordial yung conversation niyo?
Well, actually, Mr. Chairman, di mo pa binabanggit yan. Kanina sinabi ko nga, after na tinanong na namin yung mga ilang provision dun sa paragraph niya, na alam ko na hindi naman tayo makakakuha ng magandang resulta dun sa confirmation ng betting, sabi ko nga, naging light na lang yung usapan. Hindi ko na alam kung ano mga napag-usapan. At, but after that, umalis na ako. Tapos sumunod na si Congressman Benny.
Pero dinagdag niya. Sa kanya.
Mr. Chair, tama. Tama ho. Tama yung sinabi ni Chairman Dan na very cordial. Very light ang usapan namin. Parang nabibiroan pa kami dun eh. Nabanggit niya na siya magtatanim na ng kamote. Hindi ba biro yun? Yung ba totoo ba yun na magtatanim talaga siya ng kamote pagkatapos na mag-retire?
Saka, in all due respect, Mr. Chair, if I may, Mr. Chair, may I be allowed to speak? Kasi, alam niyo po, napakasama naman po ng magiging action namin if we have done something like that without the prior approval of the members of the the chairman of the Quadcom. Never na ginawa po ng bawat isa sa atin yan na meron po tayong gagawing betting ay hindi nalalaman po ng ating pong mga kasamahan. And yung pong, most especially, kung yung pong coercion at harassment na kung gagawin po namin ay mapuput into jeopardy, lahat ng ginawa po ng Quadcom. And hindi naman po kami ganun kabobo para gawin yung bagay na yon na alam namin na magkakaroon ng bad repercussion kung sakali na hindi mag-a-agree po si Colonel Grijaldo. And well, ako kasi medyo, basically, nasaktan po ako doon kasi nga, I was expecting that Colonel Garma, through sa mga lawyers niya, na binanggit na hindi, si Colonel Grijaldo was my parang kasakasamahan na niya before. And they were very close. And yung expectation mo na sasabihin niya doon, na kino-confirm niya, then suddenly, nawala. Kaya po ako medyo na-disappoint during that time. But of course, kasama yun, marami na tayong ganyang kausap na talagang afterwards, hindi naman talaga na-confirm. But yun na nga, nagpapasalamat po ako sa committee na to na nabigyan po tayo ng pagkakataon para liwanagin tong issue na talagang nahirapan po tayo dahil sa hindi po pag-attend ni Colonel Grijaldo.
Mr. Chair, sa totoo lang, kung siya nasaktan, si Congressman Dan Fernandez, ako naman na-offend sapagkat sa totohanan na lang, Nasa mukha ba namin na magko-coerce? Nasa mukha niya. Sa mukha. Nasa mukha ba ni Congressman Fernandez na mag-coerce? Ako, nasa mukha ko ba mag-coerce? Tignan niyo nga mga po yung mukha niya. O, compare po sa mukha namin.
And the next statement is that I felt that they wanted to convince me to do what they wanted me to do. So it was the feeling of Colonel Grijaldo na kinukumbinsi niyo siya na gawin yung gusto niyong ipagawa. That was his feeling. The intention may not be that. Hindi po ba tama, Colonel Grijaldo? I-invoke mo na naman yung right mo. Tama ba yung state mo? I felt that they wanted to convince me to do what they wanted me to do.
I stand by my statement, Your Honor.
Sagutin mo yung tanong ko.
I would like to invoke my right.
Mr. Chair.
Your Honor.
May I move that we cite Colonel Grijaldo in contempt for violation of Section 11, Paragraph C, refusal to answer relevant questions? So move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
There is a motion to cite in contempt Colonel Grijaldo for violating Section 11, Paragraph C of our Rules of Procedure governing inquiries in aid of legislation, and it was duly seconded. Are there any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved. You are again cited in contempt.
Mr. Chairman,
Is Congressman Akop done with this interpellation?
Mr. Chair, my motion needs another motion from any member of this committee because we have to determine where or what is the duration of his penalty and where he would be incarcerated. Mr. Chair.
Is there any motion?
Mr. Chairman,
Congressman Paduano.
while the rules of the House now with regards to Section 11, citing a resource person in contempt, the detention, no? The place of detention lies with of course, the chairman of this honorable committee. May I respectfully move, Mr. Chairman, that we will transfer, in this contempt order, I move that we will detain Colonel Grijaldo at para malapit-lapit lang sa batasan at Station 6, Mr. Chairman. So move, Mr. Chairman.
Are you referring to Station 6 of the
Quezon City, Mr. Chairman. Dito lang yan sa batasan eh.
Okay,
So
so
move, Mr. Chairman.
there is a motion to detain, transfer the detention of Colonel Grijaldo to Station 6 of the Quezon City Police Station. Are there any second? Duly seconded. Any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved. Comsec, please coordinate with our Sergeant at Arms and inform the said office that Colonel Grijaldo will be transferred to Station 6 of Quezon City and serve his detention in that facility.
Mr. Chair,
Congressman Akop.
since I cannot get intelligent answers from our resource person, may I just make a manifestation? The reason why I asked Attorney Conti about the canons of legal ethics that we have in our possession a joint statement from the law office of Attorney Emerito B. Kilang from the Kumigad law offices. And in this joint statement of the two lawyers, they debunk all the claims of Colonel Grijaldo. And lawyers are supposed to observe the canons of legal ethics, as I have stated in my interpellation of Attorney Conti. And that is the reason why I asked Attorney Conti about the canons of of legal ethics. So, it is the word of Colonel Grijaldo alone versus the words of two honorable congressmen and attested to by two lawyers, the lawyers of one of our resource persons, Attorney Garma. The other manifestation I want to make, Mr. Chair, is that in 4 instances where we invited Colonel Grijaldo, he has refused to attend. Ang timing po niya ng pagka-confine niya, every time na meron tayong hearing, if you look at the calendar of events. Kaya sinasadya niya na magpa-confine para hindi siya maka-attend ng hearing. Marami pong salamat, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair,
Thank you, Congressman Akop.
may
Yes,
I
Congressman.
may I also make just a short manifestation?